Kaya FM Sports.
A 53-minute Craig Dawson own goal was the difference between Man United and West Ham on Sunday as United won 1-0. The Red Devils are now undefeated in 11 in all competitions and second in the league table after yesterday's win. As experienced as he is, manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows that ugly wins like yesterday are a huge part of forging a title challenge.
It's only a week ago we beat City 2-0, so we don't want to be greedy. No one can score 4 or 5 goals in every game in the Premier League. You've got to earn it. The foundation with the clean sheet, the attitude, desire, that's there, and then we always back our players to create enough to score goals.
In Formula One, pre-season testing may not have gone particularly well for Aston Martin, but their star signing Sebastian Vettel is taking it all in his stride. The 4-time world champion admits that driving for a new team for the first time in 6 years has been challenging, but having been around the block, he's well aware that learning is part of the gig.
Playing around, you're trying lots of stuff. Some stuff works, some other stuff doesn't, and some things require breaking a habit. It's clear, obviously, I've been sort of in the same car for 6 years, and then you change. So, but that's part of the game, and it's also exciting, So lots of new things for me to learn, to see how people work, approach, how the car is being set up and so on. So it's been really productive to me and really useful.
The Proteas women established an unassailable lead in the 5-match ODI series against India on Sunday, winning the 4th ODI by 7 wickets. India has historically always had the better of South Africa in series both home and away, but former South African captain Mignon du Preez sees this win as a potential turning point in the international rivalry.
I really think it's a big confidence boost. We know India is such a strong side, and in their own conditions they're really dangerous. So for us to really pull off the series win is special, and the fact that we still actually have 4 of our senior players that's currently either not with the team due to illness or injuries just shows you the depth that we have at the moment. So that's really exciting, and like to see the youngsters putting up their hands, whether it was with bat or ball or in the field. It's really been a special display.
And finally, Patrice Motsepe has publicly discussed how he is to be assessed as CAF president in the coming years. In his opening speech as the head of the African Confederation, Motsepe spoke about national teams performing in World Cups being one of the primary targets of his administration.
The way that success appears or the way that it looks is in relation to 4 years from now, when we look at how is the African nations, clubs or teams performing globally, because we have to compete at the highest level in the world and do well. And there is no higher level in the world than the FIFA World Cup.
Well, dare I say, it would have been nice if he'd referenced women's competitions in that soundbite, but it is what it is. I'll be back with more sport at 8:30.
Kaya FM Sports.
Tonight in the CAF Confederation Cup, Orlando Pirates can move top of Group A if they can find a positive result against Inyimba of Nigeria. It may still be early in the group stage with only 1 round of matches played so far, but speaking to media yesterday, coach Joseph Zimbauer insists that his side needs no additional motivation.
My players, they fight for those tournaments. They are very hungry for those tournaments. I feel it on the field, and the colleague before said we make a very good game, away game last week, and this also improving for pressure. It's improving for a new step, and for us this is good. And we goes now tomorrow forward. We looking forward, and the players notice. The players get the information what he needs for so games, and now it's important. Tomorrow we bring it on the field.
In boxing, it was announced on Sunday that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have agreed to a 2-fight deal for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Unfortunately, however, promoter Eddie Hearn has all but eliminated the possibility of AJ Fury 1 taking place in the UK, which is a massive shame for fans of the biggest British heavyweight fight in years.
I didn't want to go through that process until we knew we had a fight. So yes, of course, we've staged an extremely successful fight with Saudi Arabia before. It was a wonderful experience. They're interested in hosting this fight. Of course they are. the biggest fight in boxing. It's the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. But there are multiple territories in the Middle East that want to stage this fight, and 4 additional territories outside of that who have made approaches. So now's the time to have those proper conversations and report back to the fighters.
And in tennis, Mkaya, I hope you've had your coffee because you need to be awake for this one. After upsetting world number 21 and 3-time Grand Slam winner Stan Wawrinka just a week ago in Qatar, South Africa's number 2 ranked men's player Lloyd Harris claimed another giant scalp in world number 4 Dominic Thiem last night. The two met in the Dubai Duty Free Championship, where Harris brought out a thunderous serve and a cool nerve on 2 out of 4 break points to see off the Austrian in straight sets 6-3, 6-4. For Kaya Sport, I'm Junia Stainbank.
Kaya FM Sports.
In football, it promises to be a tight one in the round of 16 second leg fixture between Chelsea and Atletico Madrid in London tonight. Chelsea managed a narrow 1-0 win over the Spaniards in the first leg. While that one away goal counts for double in this competition, Coach Thomas Tuchel knows, and every Chelsea fan knows, that it's not enough to feel comfortable against a side with the quality of Atletico.
I don't think that the result from 1-0 changes too much in the approach in the beginning of the game, and then all the teams have to adapt to the questions that are asked, and it can change within seconds. We know it like it is in football. One goal can change everything. One decision from the referee, a bit of luck or a bit of no luck can change the whole momentum. And we need to be aware of everything, and we need to be very, very focused.
In boxing, promoter Eddie Hearn has all but eliminated the possibility of AJ Fury 1 taking place in the UK, which is a massive shame for fans of the biggest British heavyweight fight in years. It was announced on Sunday that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have agreed to a 2-fight deal for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. And Saudi Arabia, of all places, seems to be the front runner in the race to host the showpiece.
I didn't want to go through that process until we knew we had a fight. So yes, of course, we've staged an extremely successful fight with Saudi Arabia before. It was a wonderful experience. They're interested in hosting this fight. Of course they are. It's the biggest fight in boxing. It's the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. But there are multiple territories in the Middle East that want to stage this fight, and 4 additional territories outside of that who have made approaches. So now's the time to have those proper conversations and report back to the fighters.
And finally, checking in with the final round of matches in the CSA 4-day series, either the Cobras have saved their best for last or the Knights have become complacent at the top of Pool A. Not a single Knights batsman made it to 50 in their first innings yesterday, getting bowled out by the Cobras for only 181. Overnight, Peter Malan and Zubair Hamza got the Cape side to 84 for 1 in reply. A similar plot played out in Gqeberha, where the Dolphins dismissed the Warriors for a disappointing 124. In reply, the Dolphins were 67 for 2 overnight. And right up the street here in Jozi, the Yuxgay derby is moving well in favor of the Titans, who also started the day bowling and ended it batting. Dominic Hendricks top scored for the Lions with 99, ouch, helping the host to 206 all out. And if there is play today, which may not be the case due to the rain I see outside, the Titans will continue on 45 for 1. For Kaya Sport, I'm Junia Stainbank, filling in for Morena Motupi.